Hi, I'm a soft skills trainer from the Department of Career Planning and Development, and we are going to be discussing about exceptions in subject verb agreement. Okay, now let us first understand what subject verb agreement actually means. Now, there's an agreement between a subject and a verb in a sentence. A sentence is made from two different categories. A sentence always has a subject, a verb. So there's an agreement between the two that if your subject is going to be singular, so then the verb is going to be singular in number, and if your subject is going to be plural, so then in the same manner, the verb is going to be in plural form itself. So as you can see in example number 1, the dog is playing with his ball. So over here, the subject is dog. Now dog is singular, so that's why we have used is in the singular form. The verb is used in the singular form. Okay. In the same manner, in the next example, now we had changed the sentence. In this sentence, it is talking about plural subject. Over here, dogs are in plural, so dogs are playing. So we are going to change verb according to the subject. In the first example, singular verb, singular subject, singular verb. So in the same manner, plural subject, so plural verb. Okay. Now, this is exactly what you understand by subject verb agreement. Now, there are certain exceptions that are followed in subject verb agreement. So, let us see what are those rules that you need to understand. Now, over here, rule number 1 says that in a sentence, if two nouns refers to one common idea, then the verb is going to be in singular form. Okay, irrespective of the fact there are going to be two nouns or two subjects, but they are referring to a one idea. So then one idea is going to be taken in the singular form and the verb is going to be in singular. Like example, the poet and painter has died. Over here, poet and painter we are not going to take as different entities, but then we are going to take it as one unit, one singular unit. So the verb is has. So has rather than have, but then we have has over here, that is singular. And another example, like rajma chawal is my favorite food meal. Okay, so over there rajma and chawal is taken as one unit together. Okay, next rule says that if two nouns are not same but are used together in a phrase, then the verb is used singular in the form. In the first one, in the first rule, it was referring to a common idea. Okay, that's why it was taken as one unit. In the rule 2, if there are two different nouns in the sentence, but they are used together in one phrase, so then again it is going to be taken as one in number, singular subject, so the verb is going to be singular. Like bread and butter, they are used in the same phrase, so that is why it is used as is a good breakfast. So the verb over here is rather than are. Okay, this is all about rule number 1 and rule number 2. Moving forward, we have a rule number 3, which suggests that if two or more than two singular nouns are combined together with either or, neither nor, then the verb is going to be singular in form. So in a sentence, if we are using conjunctions like or, either or, neither nor, so then you're joining the two different nouns together with the help of these conjunctions. Then also they are going to be taken as one entity and verb is going to be in singular form. For example, either Sita or Ram was present in the party. So over here, either we are talking about two people, Ram and Sita, but then they are joined together with the help of conjunction either or, so it's going to be taken as singular. Next, rule number 4 says that if two or more nouns are either singular or plural, so then the verb is going to be placed according to the plural. We are going to take into the plural form. Like for example, if two nouns are there, one is singular, other noun that you are referring in the sentence is plural in form. So then we are going to take the verb in the plural form itself. We are just going to avoid the singular. Like in the example, you can see Ramesh or his friends are abusing him. So Ramesh is singular, friends are plural. So then our verb is going to be plural. Okay, irrespective of the fact that whether there is one singular noun over there, but then we are just going to take it as plural. Okay, next. Rule number 5 says that if there is a collective noun in the sentence that you are referring to, so it is going to be taken as one, right? And then the verb is going to be singular. Irrespective collective noun says a collective noun is made from a group of people together or group of animals together. So the group of something, whether you're talking about living things or whether you're talking about non-living things. Okay, the galaxy of stars is non-living, but then mob, a crowd, it is talking about the people, so the living thing. So then irrespective of the fact that whether you are taking a collective noun, but then it is going to be taken as singular, so the verb is going to be again singular. Like the parliament has passed the bill. So has is in the singular form. Okay, next rule number 6 says if the quantity of the noun is specified in the sentence, then again it is going to be considered as a single unit. Quantity, again, whether you're talking about 1 unit or 100, but then if you are taken as one consolidated unit, so it is going to be considered as singular and the verb is going to be singular. But then there's a certain exception in this rule, and the exception is that if a noun is referring to the plural unit, so the verb is going to be plural. Now, the understanding part over here is like 5 kilograms is not a heavy weight. So in this example, 5 kilograms is taken as one single unit. Okay. Now, in the next sentence, we are talking about 5 years have passed. So then we are taking into consideration all the 5 years. They are taken separately over here. So then the verb is going to be in. Next, rule number 7 says that some nouns are singular in form, but this seems to be plural in nature. So with these nouns, singular verb is used. So like for example, news, maths, science. So whenever we use these sentences or whenever we use these words, whenever we hear these words, so we get a sense that it is going to be plural. But in fact, in nature, they are singular in form, so that's why the verb is going to be singular. Like no news is good news. Now news, if you're going to see this word, we get a sense that it is going to be plural, but then the verb is there that you're going to use is singular. So rule number 8 says that nouns associated with each and every are going to be considered singular, so the verb is going to be singular. So if you're using each and every in your sentences, so it is going to be used in singular form. Like for example, each boy and girl has to attend the function. Now boy and girl, they're two different nouns, but then we are just going to take it in singular form. Okay, next, the rule number 9 says that when two subjects are joined with together with not only but also, then the rule of proximity is applied. Now what is the rule of proximity? Now it is basically that the noun, the amount, the noun which is nearer to the verb, so that is going to be considered. Like if the noun is in singular form and it is near to the verb, so the singular form is going to be used of the verb. But if the noun which is near to the verb is plural in form, so then the verb is going to be plural. Like for example, not only the principal but also the teachers were playing the match. Okay, over here teachers is the noun, is the plural noun over here, and it is near to the verb playing, so then it is going to be plural noun. But and you can see in the next sentence, not only the students but also the class teacher was also involved in the discussion. Over here class teacher is singular and it is near to the verb involved, so that is why the verb is taken into singular form. Okay, now moving forward with the rule number 10, that says that when two subjects are joined with and, then the verb is used in plural form. Okay, if you're joining two different entities in the sentence and you're using the conjunction and, so then they're going to be taken in the plural form, like he and she were present in the function. So over here we are taking into consideration both of the nouns that are there in the sentence, so the verb is going to be plural. Okay, so this is about rule number. So over here, we had discussed all the exceptions in the subject verb agreement. I'm giving you a quick recap again. Now, subject verb agreement is basically that if in a sentence, if your subject is going to be singular, so the verb is going to be singular. If the subject is going to be plural, the verb is going to be in. But then all these 10 rules are there for you to understand that there are exceptions in this particular agreement, and you need to learn and you need to practice them to make grammatically correct sentences. Thank you so much.